Hello guys, myself Dr. A.H. Ansari, Head Department of Biochemistry, SK Purwar College, Kanti. Today I am going to talk on a very important topic, enzyme kinetics, which is a part of your syllabus. So let's see what is the meaning of kinetics. It is nothing but the study of the rate, order and velocity of a reaction when reactants are converted to the products by a catalyst. So what's happening here? In presence of a catalyst, reactants are converted to the products, and when we are studying the rate, order and velocity of such reaction, it means that we are studying kinetics of that reaction. And when this catalyst is an enzyme, that is biocatalyst, it will be referred as enzyme kinetics. The velocity of the uncatalyzed reaction would increase with an increase in the concentration of the reactants. So we are talking about uncatalyzed reaction. So the velocity, the rate of that reaction will increase with an increase in the concentration of the reactants. But with enzyme catalyzed reaction, something very different is observed. So when enzymes are involved in any reaction, something different is observed. So let's see what is that. The rate usually increases linearly with the concentration of the substrate at lower concentration. So when the substrate is at lower concentration, the rate will increases linearly, but then level off at higher concentration. But when the concentration of the substrate is increased, it will not increase. When the concentration of the substrate increase, the rate will not increase, but it will level off at higher concentration of the substrate. A plot of velocity V against substrate concentration in an enzyme catalyzed reaction produces a hyperbolic curve as shown in the figure number 1. This plot shows that the velocity increases with substrate concentration until Vmax is approached, after which larger substrate concentration do not increases the reaction rate. So this is the figure number 1. You can see here, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and you can see we are obtaining a hyperbolic curve, when velocity and substrate concentration. So when we are plotting a graph, velocity versus substrate concentration, we are getting a hyperbolic curve. So this plot is actually a MM plot. So what is this MM plot? We will see later on. In lower region of the curve, so the diagram which we have seen just now, in lower region of that diagram, in the lower region of that curve, the reaction approaches first order kinetics, which means that V0, the velocity and V0, these are two different things. V is velocity and V0 is initial velocity. So in lower region of the curve, the reaction approaches first order kinetics, which means that initial velocity is directly proportional to the concentration of the substrate, as the active site of the enzyme is not saturated with the substrate. So in the initial stage we will get in the lower region of the curve, in the initial stage we will get a straight line. At the plateau of the upper portion of the plot, the reaction approaches zero order kinetics, as the active sites of the enzymes are saturated with the substrate, and the reaction rate is therefore independent of further increase in the concentration of the substrate. So in the lower region of the curve, it is first order reaction. At the plateau, in the upper region at the plateau, we are getting zero order kinetics. At zero order kinetics, any increase in the substrate concentration is not going to increase rate of the reaction. For the intermediate portion of the curve, kinetics are of mixed order with substrate concentration. Thus, all the enzymes show saturation effect, which gives some early investigators, particularly Brown and Henry, to the hypothesis that the enzyme and substrate reacts reversibly to form ES complex, which is an essential step in the enzyme catalyzed reaction. This is the point to be noted. When enzymes are involved in any reaction, it will first combine with the substrate, and before forming the product, it will form ES complex. The formation of ES complex is an essential step in the enzyme catalyzed reaction. Michaelis and Mention in 1913, while studying the hydrolysis of sucrose catalyzed by the enzyme invertase, proposed a theory for a simple single substrate reaction. This theory is known as MM theory, Michaelis-Menten theory, and the enzyme kinetic equation is known as Michaelis-Menten equation, which is as follows. So this equation is Michaelis-Menten equation for single substrate reaction. So this was for the first time shown by Michaelis and Menten in 1913. That's why the name is given Michaelis-Menten equation. It is for single substrate reaction. So in this reaction we can see V0 is initial velocity, as you have been told that V0 is initial velocity and V is velocity. So you keep this thing in mind. V0 is initial velocity. Second is the substrate concentration. Vmax is the maximum velocity at the saturated concentration of the substrate. So when whole active site of the enzyme is saturated with the substrate, it means we can say that the maximum velocity has been achieved, and Km is the Michaelis constant expressed in moles per liter. Now we will derive this equation. The equation which we have seen just now, that is MM equation, which was given by Michaelis and Menten in 1913. We will derive this equation. The findings of the enzyme kinetics proposed by Henry in 1903 and Michaelis and Menten in 1913 were essentially similar. So this is the point to be noted. Findings of enzyme kinetics proposed by Henry and Michaelis and Menten were similar, but unlike Henry, Michaelis and Menten recognize the importance of using V0, that is initial velocity, rather than any velocity V. This means that the equation is examined at an early stage of the enzyme catalyzed reaction. Very important point, which was given by Michaelis and Menten. So Michaelis and Menten have examined the enzyme catalyzed reaction at an early stage. So at an early stage, enzyme will combine with substrate only. There will be no product formation. So this point you have to keep in mind. Michaelis and Menten have shown that the enzyme catalyzed reaction has been examined at an early stage. Now let's see what is a typical enzyme catalyzed reaction. Or typical enzyme catalyzed reaction involve the reversible formation of an ES complex, which breaks down to form the enzyme E again and the product P. You can see in this reaction. Enzyme substrate combining, forming enzyme substrate complex. This is the rate constant for this is K1, and again this enzyme substrate complex is broken down to again give you enzyme and substrate. So the rate constant for this equation is K2. In the next part, enzyme substrate complex is broken down to enzyme and the product. The rate constant for this equation is K3, and E and P are combining to give you ES complex, the rate constant for this reaction is K4. So we will consider this as equation number 1. So this is actually a typical enzyme catalyzed reaction, and you can also call it as a Henry equation. So in Henry equation, what is happening? Enzymes combined with a substrate forming ES complex. ES complex is broken down, giving you enzyme and the product. When the enzyme and substrate are mixed, ES complex is formed. You know, when enzyme and substrate are mixed, ES complex is formed, and this ES complex does not change as long as substrate is in large excess, that is K1 is greater than K3. So whenever K1 is greater than K3, ES complex will not change. This condition is called steady state of the reaction, since the rate of breakdown of ES is equal to the rate of its formation. So previous reaction which we have seen, where enzyme and substrate are combining to give us the ES complex, and then it is broken down to give us enzyme and product, that is the Henry equation. So in that we are considering a point, that is steady state of the reaction, when rate of breakdown of ES complex and rate of its formation are equal. So to recognizing this fact, we can write now rate of formation of ES complex is equal to rate of ES breakdown, that is steady state of the reaction. So let's see, according to that Henry equation we can correct. So the rate of formation of ES, so in that equation when ES is forming, so these are, that is K1 and K4, these are the two rate constants which are giving us formation of ES, and breaking down of ES, that is K2 and K3, these are the two rate constants which are giving us breaking down of ES. So at steady state of the reaction, both these are equal. So from this equation we can now bring enzyme as common. So all this now, the mathematical parts, by taking enzyme common, it is K1 into substrate concentration plus K4 into product concentration is equal to we are taking here ES common, concentration of ES common into K2 plus K3, and again we are taking some rearrangement, taking help of some rearrangement, and we are getting this type of equation. So the previous equation can now be broken down into this part. The above equation can be simplified by considering that since the equation is examined at an early stage, P will be very low and P will be very small, and hence the rate of formation of ES by the reaction E plus P, that is K4, will be low. Thus the term K4 into concentration of P upon K2 plus K3 can be ignored, and the above equation simplifies to like this. So in this reaction, the important point which we have noted at the start of the derivation, what was that? Okay, Michaelis and Mention have considered this reaction at the early stage. So at the early stage there will be no product formation. So this term, the whole term, can be ignored, and this whole equation can be simplified to this. Here the three constants K1, K2 and K3 can be combined into a single constant Km by the relationship K2 plus K3 upon K1 is equal to Km. So in place of K1, K2 and K3 we have to replace them by Km according to this relationship, and thus the above equation further simplifies to like this. So K1, K2 and K3, now it is been replaced by Km. So this reaction, this equation is further simplifies to this one, and on rearrangement we will get this one. Concentration of enzyme and concentration of ES complex can easily be converted to easily measurable values. For this we consider that the total enzyme concentration, that is ET, in the reaction consists of the concentration of the enzyme which is free and that which is combined with the substrate ES. So total enzyme concentration is ET. So in this ET, we will have two portions. One is the enzyme which is free and the other is the enzyme which has been combined with the substrate. So ET will be equal to concentration of E plus concentration of ES. Therefore, now we will bring the enzyme towards the left side. So concentration of enzyme is equal to concentration of total enzyme concentration minus total concentration of the enzyme substrate complex. By putting this value of A in the above equation, we can get, so we have put it we have put the value of this concentration of E in the previous equation. Now that equation becomes like this, and on rearrangement it will become like this, and on further rearrangement it will become like this. So this we'll call it as equation number 2. Since these terms can still not be readily unwind by the usual techniques available, the following relationship can be resorted. What is that following relationship? The maximum velocity Vmax is attained when the total enzyme concentration, that is ET, is completely combined with the saturating amounts of the substrate. So enzyme, the active site of the enzyme, whatever may be the amount of the enzyme, the active site of that enzymes, when it is completely saturated with the substrate. So we can, to at that time, Vmax is achieved, that is maximum velocity is achieved. So mathematically we will call it as Vmax is proportional to total enzyme concentration, or Vmax is equal to K into total enzyme concentration. Moreover, the initial velocity V0 is equal to the concentration of the enzyme present as ES complex at a given concentration of substrate. So as with respect to total enzyme concentration, we have taken Vmax. In the same manner, V0, for V0, we will consider that amount of enzyme which has been combined with the substrate. So V0 is proportional to concentration of ES complex. Vmax was proportional to total enzyme concentration. V0, it is initial velocity, is proportional to the concentration of enzyme substrate complex, or V0 is equal to K into concentration of enzyme substrate complex, and thus Vmax, from these two equations we have obtained this equation. It is Vmax upon V0 is equal to total enzyme concentration upon total enzyme substrate complex concentration. Finally, the ratio Vmax by V0, this ratio Vmax by V0 can now be substituted for total concentration of the enzyme upon total concentration of the enzyme substrate complex in one of the above equation, that is equation number 2. So equation number 2 which we have seen, in that equation number 2 we will replace this we will replace this enzyme total enzyme concentration upon ES concentration with this Vmax by V0. So after putting Vmax by V0, we will obtain, in equation number 2 we will obtain this reaction. On inverting and rearrangement, we obtain this equation, and this is the Michaelis-Menten equation. This is the Michaelis-Menten equation. This is the equation for single substrate reaction. Point to be noted, for single substrate reaction. And one more important thing, that Michaelis and Menten have considered the enzyme catalyzed reaction at an early stage. The Michaelis and Menten equation accounts for the hyperbolic relationship between initial velocity V0 and substrate concentration, which we have seen in that graph. An important numerical relationship emerges from the Michaelis-Menten equation in a special case when the initial velocity V0 is exactly half of is equal to exactly half of the Vmax. That is V0, that is initial velocity, is equal to half Vmax. The above equation now become, above equation, that is Michaelis-Menten equation, now become, so when what we are doing, we are considering initial velocity, that is V0, at half of the Vmax. So instead of V0, we are putting Vmax by 2, half of the Vmax. Now that equation becomes like this. Now I will cut this Vmax and Vmax toward the, from the left and the right side. It will become 1 upon 2 is equal to concentration of substrate upon Km plus concentration of the substrate. On rearranging, it becomes Km plus concentration of S is equal to 2 into concentration of S, that is simply Km is equal to substrate concentration. Thus Km, the Michaelis constant, is equal to that substrate concentration at which the initial velocity V0 is half of the maximum. So this is the definition of Km. It is that substrate concentration at which the initial velocity V0 is half of the maximum velocity, that is Vmax. Km for a single substrate reaction usually has the dimensions moles per liter and is independent of the enzyme concentration. So in the next class we will see